Hiya, darlings. This is Hololive English Advanced Devilish Diva, the one only Nerissa Ravencroft. One sec. Blech. One moment. How you guys feeling? You can answer honestly. This is one of those streams per usual recently, sadly. I won't read them out loud, but it's good to get it out in writing. I'm sure some of you already have been, but it can be okay. And this is a situation where I'll tell you to be honest and emotional in chat if you need to. As for me, you guys already know it's been pretty rough. It's, as someone who is a fan of hololive for a long time and dreamed about being here and achieved that, you know, I really wanted to be able to come in and be friends with everyone whom I'd admired for a long time, you know, like working together for a long time. Obviously, I think all of us will continue to be friends for a long time, even if people leave, but you know, it just makes me wish that that I got here earlier, or that, you know, what I'm trying to say, hopefully. I really wish I'd had more time with Gura senpai. You know, like it's sad to have to accept, because you know, with Fauna I understood, with Mume I understood, and even with Gura senpai I understand too, but you know, I really wish that I was able to be her friend more, like be a better friend to Gura senpai. I don't think it would have changed anything, but I guess then I would feel less like sad, I guess. I don't know. It's just, it's a lot to take at once. It's like bang, 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 one after the other. Yeah, I think helpless is probably the correct word. So just all these emotions back to back, I feel a bit numb right now. We get a break now, right? To my knowledge, I think things are going to stabilize now around here. As far as I know, I think all the rest of the members are very much not planning on leaving. Obviously, I can't speak for sure. I don't know how everyone else feels. I've already told you guys I don't have any plans at all to leave anytime soon. But I don't truly know, but as far as I know, as far as I've heard from everyone else, I don't think anyone else plans to leave. So find some solace in that. Find some solace in that. There's gonna be a little bit of an emotional break. It'll still be sad. It'll still be sad, but at the same time, Pain April is over. Here in Japan, it is May 1st already. So Pain April is passed us by, and we're going into May, which obviously it's going to be sad either way, just because of all the very special people who are missing. Some of you may have lost at Oshi. Some of you may have lost someone who gave you a lot of comfort. So, obviously, I don't think everyone's just gonna be happy magically just because the month of April is over, but I just want to say you made it through, and I'm proud of you. It was a lot to go through just now for all of us, but you hung in there despite it all. Despite everything, you really hung in there. We all hung in there, but yeah, we survived. We made it out the other end, guys. We made it out successfully. Can this pain end? It'll end eventually, like all things. All things ebb and flow in life. Sadness, happiness, everything. I did just wake up. So please do excuse me if I'm sleepy. As you know, but in case anyone who is here who didn't maybe know, I'm in Japan right now. So it's currently 9:46 a.m., which is early for me. I know some people be up bright and early at 6 a.m. going about their day doing stuff. So just letting you know. Yeah, I don't know how people can wake up so early. I guess if you could go to bed early. If you could go to bed really early. But I just can't do that. I feel like even if I get into bed early, I can't fall asleep. I'll talk about something comfy. I would tell you about something comfy if you'd like, which is, I got new pajamas. I remember I was out with one of the girls. I don't know if they've talked about it, so I won't say who, but I was out with one of the girls, and I was scrolling Twitter, and I saw these really cute Cardcaptor Sakura fluffy like pajamas. I wonder if I can find them actually and show you what they look like. Give me one sec. Can I find them? Yes, I can find them. So I found these Cardcaptor Sakura pajamas, and I will be completely honest, I've not seen Cardcaptor Sakura myself. You wear pajamas as loungewear. Okay, wait, I'm gonna send it. I'll pin it temporarily so you guys can take a look. So I saw these and I was like, oh my god, these are so cute. And I haven't seen Cardcaptor Sakura myself, but we all know, catch you, catch me, mate. And I've been meaning to watch it, to be completely honest. I need to. It's on my to-do list. I've just been really busy. But it's definitely on my to-do list. So I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, it looks so cute. It looks so comfortable. I really want it. I want it. And I got the black one. So me and one of the members, I showed it to her because we were together, and just like, oh my god, that's so cute. I want it too. And I was like, oh my god. So we both got one. So now we have matching pajamas. Hey. Hee. But god, they're so cute, right? Of course, I think all of them are cute, and I like how they're all referencing something. But I had to go with the black and red one because I feel like the shape and how it was built in general looks kind of similar to the school uniform. You know, so I felt like it would have been... I feel like I couldn't go with any of the other ones. It was either that one or the pink one, but I felt like the black and red one, I was like, that's just it. That's just it. So. Sorry, you hear me clicking around. Click. Click. You want to feel emo but cute at the same time? Exactly. If I'm going to be this sad depression maxing around my place I'm staying, then I might as well do it in style, right? I might as well do it in style. So I got them yesterday. They finally came in, and they're so cute. I'm wearing them. They're kind of similar to the gelato pique, but dare I say, I feel like it's even slightly thicker in some of the areas. If you guys know what gelato pique is, it's a popular Japanese loungewear brand. Stop yawning. Now I'm yawning. Stop talking about yawning. You're gonna make me yawn more. That's the thing. We get in an endless loop every time. I yawn. You guys mention I yawned. Then you mention yawning again. Or you mention, oh, you're making me yawn. And then I yawn again. And then you keep mentioning me yawning. And then I yawn again. And then you yawn. And then I yawn. And it's never ending. Don't yawn. Stop. It's gonna take over my body. It's like an infinite, endless loop. So I just need to look away from the chat until you guys stop mentioning it. Japan has these really interesting hydration drinks, like Pocari Sweat and like Aquarius and some other ones. I like them. They make me feel extra hydrated. And that's just what I needed this morning. Yeah, I didn't know how I felt about Pocari Sweat the first time I had it, but after being in Japan for a long time, I'm like, whoa, this is so good. Make sure you're staying hydrated, by the way. All of you. Do you have some water with you? Maybe Gatorade, maybe something, maybe a sweet little candy bar, just anything. No, but I got coffee. Coffee's not too bad. This is a hydration check. You're at the hydration station. Have you had water today? No? Well, you better start drinking or your body is going to be pretty mad at you. Remember, you need water to function. You're like 90% water or something crazy. So if you don't get drinking, you're gonna die. Good luck. You downed 5 bottles. You get me. That's me. Nah, I'd live. Okay. Maybe 70%? I don't know. I don't know percentages. Don't correct me. Don't correct me. I don't actually know. I don't remember. It's been a while since I was in biology class. Yes, I'm not thirsty. I know, but you have to drink water. I'm gonna drink till I'm drowning. Guys, did I ever tell you about that one time I gave myself water intoxication? And I like, what? Oh, okay. So, I really like water. I really like water. I actually don't really like any other drink as much as I like water. And I remember reading online that it was like, oh, you need to drink like 2 to 3 liters of water a day. And I was like, oh, I'll drink 3 liters of water a day since it's recommended. You know? So I went ahead and I was drinking 3 liters of water a day. And in my head at the time, I was younger. I was like, well, if 3 liters is good, you know what's probably better? 4 liters. So then I started drinking 4 liters of water a day. And I realized something started happening where no matter how much water I was drinking, I always felt thirsty. And it was because something was wrong with me, obviously, because I was drinking too much water. So then I started drinking 5 liters of water a day, 5 or 6, because I physically could not stop drinking water. So I was like, I'm so thirsty. I'm so thirsty. So thirsty. No matter how much I'm drinking, I'm so thirsty. I was really hydrating so much. And then I realized I felt so sick. I felt so sick. And I was like, I need more water. If I drink more water, it'll fix me. So anyways, I got really sick. And then I found out I was just drinking too much water. And then I stopped drinking water, even though it was really hard because I was so painfully thirsty. I was so thirsty that like I genuinely felt like I was like in the Sahara Desert. I thought I was in the Sahara Desert and that I was literally going to die, but I had to like not drink water and like immediately like lower my water intake drastically. I was back down to 2 liters. And now I still try to drink 2 liters of water a day at least. But luckily, I'm always thirsty, so. I just try not to drink. I try not to drink unless I want like I try not to drink unless I feel like, oh, I want to drink, you know? Because otherwise, I just really like drinking, so I'll just keep drinking. But yeah. It's the only way I can quench my extreme thirst. But yeah. Why do you drink water like my mom? I don't know, maybe your mom's onto something. Maybe you need to drink more water. Permission to bawl my eyes out. You are always allowed to cry. You don't need to ask permission from anyone to cry. Crying is good for you. Crying is healthy. It's good to cry. If you have those emotions, if you feel like you're going to cry, I feel like it's so much more brave to cry rather than to sit there and try to hold it back. Because I feel like if you try to hold back your tears, I feel like that's kind of like, obviously there's some times where like that's like when there's some situations where obviously you might have to do that, but right here, right now, especially, be a crybaby. Let it out. If you need a break from crying, that's okay too. If you don't want to cry, that's also okay. But don't stop yourself from crying if your body wants to cry. That's all I'm saying. My head. My head hurts. I'm a hololive therapist now. I don't really know if I'm a therapist. I don't really know if I'm qualified for that, but I'm glad that we can be in this together. Me and you know. April is over and there's a lot to look forward to. You guys already know, but I have something premiering. I saw some people, a fan put it in to, I think like holodecks or something. So they went and they had put it in, and they just put in like question mark. And I saw some people who might have missed my announcement who were scared, but I might be releasing a cover of some sort on that day. So it's very much good news. A cover or something. I don't know of what. I don't know what song. But So please look forward. Yeah, because I was like, where is this screenshot from? Did I somehow leak my, like, my room? But that's not, like, that's not the thumbnail. What is this? Yeah. Yeah, OMG surprise song, yeah. I think, let me check one more time. It's going to drop at May 3rd, 10 p.m. So I'm probably gonna give you guys the room, the waiting room, on the 2nd at 10 p.m. sometime around then. 10 p.m. what time zone? JST. So for you guys, it'll be in the morning on the 3rd if you're in America. Yeah. So May 3rd in the morning if you're in the US, and May 3rd, 10 p.m. JST. Sorry, I can't do live time conversion. I don't remember what time anything is CST. I only know 7 p.m. is 9 a.m. JST. That is the only time conversion I know off the top of my head. If it's anything else, even if it's a 1 hour difference, I don't look it up. I'm like, no, my brain can't do that. I don't know. Yeah. You know, I'm scared though. If I give you the link, even though it's not released yet, what if it like you somehow like are able to see it? I'm scared. I want to like give you guys the link, even though it's got time. No, wait, 14 hours? Ugh, it's not even 14 hours. I gotta wait like 34 hours. Don't risk it. I won't risk it. I won't risk it, but I hope you'll all listen to it. I hope you will all listen to it and enjoy it as well. One moment. Please never risk it. I won't. It's fine. Can't wait for your cover. Yeah, please look forward to it. I think you will all like it a lot. Speaking of, I need to continue prepping it now that it's getting a little bit closer. Because I want it to be a surprise, so even when I announce it, it's actually not going to say what it is. It's going to be really easy to guess, mind you. I think you guys are going to see it immediately and know what it is. You guys are going to be able to take a look at it, and you're probably going to know what it is. The Hot Pot song? There's a Hot Pot song? Would you ever do an aria? Do you guys want that? I need to learn it. I need to learn an aria. Because I don't actually think I know any off the top of my head. One I remember, do you guys know Repo, the genetic opera? It's really terrible, but it's like a good terrible. It's in the same vein as like Twilight, where it kind of runs into like it's so bad it's good kind of feeling. Yeah, it's a fun bad movie that has the citrate comes in a little glass vial. A little glass vial? A little glass vial! You know? It's fun. I promise. It's fun, I promise. Okay, wait, I'm finishing prepping my room. Prepping my waiting room for when it goes live. Ugh. There we go. Gotta remove the title, gotta remove the credits. You guys don't know what song it is. Gotta remove the thumbnail with a different thumbnail. Have I had breakfast today? No, I don't have... You guys are going to be so sad to hear this, but I don't have any hot pot stuff in my fridge. I do have like one vegetable, but I don't have the rest, so I can't make hot pot. I can't make hot pot today, I'm sorry. It's so over, yeah, I gotta be a person today. I gotta put my clothes on. I gotta go outside. And I gotta go, I gotta go to the grocery store. Like an adult. Like an adult, I must make my way to the grocery store. And buy groceries in the outside world. It'll be fun though. Ugh. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, practice more JP. I've been getting pretty okay. I've been practicing reading a lot of Japanese. Obviously, some issues are like kanji. But I'm getting decently fast at like I'm getting decently fast at some of it. Did you get Nihongo Jozu? No, thankfully I usually don't. Or sadly, I usually don't. It is what it is. Yeah, there's so many kanji. It's impossible to know them all. It's impossible to know them all. Yeah, and there's so much, so it's just hard. But I really appreciate when there's furigana on things. Obviously, it's not really possible in public to have it a lot, but sometimes there is, and I'm like, oh yay, furigana save me. Furigana saved my life. You sick? No, I'm sad. I'm debating though if I want to order something yummy today. I feel like in situations like these where it's kind of set up from the beginning of the day to be a bad day. So the best thing that you can do is make it into something. You can't fix it, you know, you can't make it an immediate good day from a bad day, but you might be able to change it a little bit, you know? Order sweets? I don't know. I don't know if I want sweets. I kind of want something savory. I do want sweets. But, you know, last night I was still kind of sad thinking about it. And I was like, it would probably be bad too, so I'm going to do it before I go to sleep, even though that's probably worse. But I went ahead and I got a cream puff last night and ate it. Okay. Jailbirds, chumbuds, anyone who's here, you have to help me pick something to eat. I'm gonna start some polls. I'll start some polls. Okay, one sec. I gotta lock in, fix my posture. Okay, so, what's the first poll should be? Start a poll. It's just gonna be what should I eat for all of it, okay? I'm gonna call them all that, but they're all gonna be different things. Okay, sweet or savory? Remember, this is breakfast. And I'm in Japan. So if you like try to vote for something like pancakes at some point, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna be possible. Okay, currently it's leaning towards savory. So let me try to find a few options. What do I think I wanna eat? Is there something out there for me? Of course, it's gonna be stuck in my head now. Toku otozure o. Dang, you're still in JP? Yeah. Yeah, I'm still in JP. I am still here. Why am I seeing sweet things now? Usually when I'm looking and I'm trying to find something sweet, I can never find it. Now that I'm looking for something savory, impossible. Okay, here's an option. This is something I'd really like. Where did the other thing go? I need to look through the options real quick because if they don't have English, then I can't order. Okay, yes. This is good. Lots of English. Just for me. And then one more option. So I have a media option, a really healthy light option, and now I'm going to look for a burger place. And then you guys are going to vote between those things. You will have to vote. I don't know what. I haven't really found, I'm not to talk bad about Japanese hamburgers, but I haven't really found a good hamburger in Japan yet. Okay, savory is winning by 15%. We'll end the poll. Technically more, but I mean, like, if it was 50-50, which it's not, obviously. But with 65%, that wins. Okay, let's start the next poll. Create a poll. What should I eat? So healthy. Soup. Burger. Or kebab wrap. Okay. Here are your options. Vote on the poll. Please. I'm indecisive. You help me pick. Oh, they're fighting. They're fighting for dominance. The kebab wrap and the burger. They're fighting for dominance. They both want to win. The burger has pulled ahead again in the race. But the kebab is technically actually they have the same percentage. Okay, burger's ahead with 40%. Well, you guys really said not that healthy soup. Healthy soup? Hell no. You need a burger today. I'm good with any of these options, though. So, soup, I voted. You voted for the soup. I'm sorry. You voted for the soup, but it seems like it won't happen. Burger is healthier than soup, more protein, but the soup has meat in it. I'll tell you now because it's not going to win, but the healthy soup that is on it is rice porridge. So it's more like porridge made with rice. That's soup. I hate rice porridge. Oh! Really? Okayu? Yes. That is what okayu is. Yeah, I love rice porridge, man. Okay, it's close. It's about 10% ahead. All right, we're getting a burger. All right, closing my other tabs. I need to heart this store though so I can find it again. I really like kebabs, but I was eating them too much. I need to eat them less sometimes, so it's probably good that I don't eat one today. One thing I noticed that I hate about Japan, there's a lot to love about Japan, so since we're being negative today, their chicken nuggets everywhere are so terrible. They're not the texture or the taste that you would expect them to be, and usually like you'd expect the sauce to help, but they don't. The sauce doesn't help. So there you go. If you didn't know, now you know. Fami Chiki is good, but that's because we don't have anything like that in the States. I don't go to 7-Eleven and get like a Fami Chiki, but like Fami Chiki is fine. I'm talking about nuggets. I'm talking about nuggets specifically. They're just wrong. There's something wrong about them. Okay, here's the burger I want. This is just the burger? Oh my god. People say things are cheaper in Japan. They're wrong. Just this burger is like $15. Oh my god. And I want the meal combo. Give me the meal. Where is it? I want some French fries. Yeah, if I was not ordering from a chain, it would actually probably be fine. But it's because I'm ordering from... where is the burger I want? Hello? I'm so sorry. My fucking terrible whistling. For drink, I'll get oolong tea. It's either that or ginger ale. And then I want medium fries. Yeah. Medium. You activated my cat? I'm so sorry. I apologize. Like every time I am always like, oh, you know what I should order? I should order nuggets because I really like nuggets. Not here. It's a bad idea. You enjoy ginger ale? I actually really do enjoy ginger ale. Do you not enjoy ginger ale? I can get a crepe nearby. Or I can get some donuts. Donuts. But I don't... Japanese donuts are never the way I expect them to be. I should look at the crepes. I'm so sorry. It's literally going to be stuck in my head all day. It's impossible. It's impossible for me to not think about it. I'm struggling. I'm trying to read Japanese and it's not going well. Sorry, you have to listen to me stumble. See, it's difficult, you know? It's difficult to just put it through a translator because I'd have to individually take and translate everything on the page. You love the stumble? Somebody has to. I wish they had lingonberry here. You know lingonberry? You know the lingonberry, the berry of the lingon? What's a lingonberry? Oh no. Leave me to die. Leave me to die. I can't help you if you don't know what lingonberry is. Okay, there. I've ordered. It is done. Thank you for voting in my polls. Thank you for helping me decide what to eat. It helped with my indecision. Order by singing it. Cheeseburger right on time. Getting a cheeseburger to my house. Hope it's good. It will be. I'm not worried. Now we will eat together. You don't want to listen to me eat a cheeseburger. I've been seeing recently some people being like, please stop eating on stream. Which to that I say, I'm so sorry. I don't think I'm the streamer for you. I like to eat on stream too much. I'm so sorry if you don't like eating noises. I'm so sorry if you don't like eating noises. It's like sneaks its way into most of my content. You simply need mukbang cam of the meal. Yeah, I think at some point it would be nice to set something like that up. Because I'd like to be able to have you guys actually, like, see me eat it. But another thing that's an issue with that is, like, for hand cam stuff, you know, I always have to wear, like, gloves. And some food, it's just hard to eat with gloves. Or, like, the gloves are just a big inconvenience. Because if you get something on your finger, and, you know, you can just lick it. But if there's a glove there, then you, like, taste the plastic of the glove. And it's also wasteful. It's wasteful. But I would like to be able to. Yeah, the microplastics. I'm born to be a mukbang streamer, forced to be an idol. I am not born to mukbang. If I mukbanged every single day, I would die. But I do like that kind of content. I would like to make occasional kinds of that content. I'd rather eat a burger with gloves. Speak for yourself. The mess is part of the fun. If it's not a little messy, then what's the point? You know? Is little darling okay? Yeah, he's doing great. He's doing wonderful. I miss him though. My baby boy. I think about... I keep thinking about him. It's stressing me out because I miss him so bad. But also because I I don't have the exact dates, but I already know that by the time I get back, really not that much more time is going to pass, and then I'm going to have to come back to Japan again for extended time. So I'm like, Yamete, I miss my cat. Yeah. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Spare your sympathy. Everybody wants to be my enemy. But yeah. It's been a long week. It's been a long month. What a year. What do you mean it's only April? What do you mean it's only just started? May's just started. Yeah, April felt endless. It was the endless April. It's like endless 8. The endless 8 in Haruhi Suzumiya, where it just goes on and on and on. You're like, please, you need to come to an end. What's going on? What's happening here? I still think that was crazy that they did that as 8 whole episodes that were like effectively the same episode. Like, imagine being the animators and the voice actors. I'm not gonna lie, I would be pissed if I came in and they're like, yeah, your show got renewed for a second season. I'd be like, hell yeah, and like it did super well and people are really big fans. And they're like, yeah, so 8 episodes of it, by the way, are going to have nearly the same animation and voice acting, but the thing is, we're gonna make you do all of it every time. Some of the animation shots will be reused, but some stuff might be a little bit different. So Higurashi too. No, Higurashi's different. Higurashi repeats, but like stuff is very substantially different every time. Where like until you get to the answer arcs, you don't really like have much repeating, and even then you're from a completely different perspective, you know? So it's not like, even though it is repeated content, you're not really getting repeated content. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, anime these days don't do things like that anymore. But I feel like in the specificness of Endless 8, that's a good thing. I feel like, though, one thing I feel like, and this isn't all anime, but I feel like a lot of anime I kind of have a hard time getting into, because I feel like the setting of animes these days, it's one of the reasons I like really enjoyed Bocchi the Rock and thought it was really good. It was in an actual place, you know? It was in an actual place. The setting, apart from just being like, oh, school, like it felt very real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like I was in a real place. It felt like things started to get familiar versus just being copy-paste anime school because we're in a school setting, you know? So I really enjoyed that. And then I also really enjoyed that it's like, oh, well, they go to the club and it's the same club every time, but that's part of what gives it that kind of homey feeling. And it's like, it is a real place. I think you can go to the place that it's based off of, like a lot of this stuff. And I feel like stuff like that is just so wonderful. Because every time that happens in like an anime or anything like that, I'm like, thank you. Thank you so much. Because I just feel like, again, I feel like a lot of anime are just kind of lacking that, where it's nondescript school setting in nondescript Tokyo, you know? Or like nondescript countryside. And it doesn't really like have a like, I guess the feeling I'm looking for is it doesn't really feel consistent. It's not that it's not consistent, but it doesn't really feel connected, if that makes sense. Like in Bocchi the Rock, somehow, because it's based on real things, it feels really connected. I like can see how everything connects versus like, for example, another show I really like though that has this problem is Komi Can't Communicate. I freaking love Komi Can't Communicate, but I can't see how the beach that they went to or the pool or wherever connects to everything else, because a lot of the backgrounds to me just feel like, oh, it's just nondescript stuff. But the show itself is really good, so it's one of those where I can kind of like pass it up and be like, whatever, it's not important, because the importance here really is just Komi can't communicate. Like, she can't freaking communicate, and that's fine. Komi can't communicate, and she is cute. I'm not really looking at the backgrounds, but the world building isn't really there for me. It's not there for me that, like, if I wasn't so focused on that, I would, like, be really like, I don't get it. I don't know where I am. I don't know where she is, you know? My dress, oh my god, I'm so excited for more of My Dress Up Darling. I watched season 1 because I was convinced that My Dress Up Darling was going to be one single thing. Thank you for the gift of memberships. I thought it was just going to be like one season anime. Like a little rom-com that's like 24 episodes. But then I find out it's like really long. And you guys know how I function, where I personally prefer to wait until the show is all the way out before I watch it. So it's been really hard because all of the shows that are coming out that I'm interested in are like not just like, I even thought Free Run, however you say it, Fureren, I don't know. I like really wanted to watch it, and I thought I was like, oh, it is one of those where it's just like a single season, and then they're like, I saw people being like, waiting for season 2, and I was like, I need to die. I need to die. I need to die. Did you watch My Dress Up Darling in dub? No, but that's because I was watching it right as it aired. However, our friend Amelie, also known as Monarch, is the lead. She's Marin Kitagawa. So hell yeah. But I was watching it as it aired, and I was like locked in. I was super locked in. I was like, oh my god. I need to watch this show. I have a friend who watched a dub just for her, and he liked it. I mean, there's a lot of really good dubs out there. They just have like such a bad reputation because I feel like it's popular to hate on dubs. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like people think they're cool if they hate dubs. When they're like, there's just a complexity in the Japanese that cannot be reached when you translate it over to English. And also, all English voice actors are bad. Those are usually the two things I see. And I'm like, I mean, if we're talking about Bakemonogatari, I would agree with you that show is probably near impossible to dub. I can't even imagine it. I can't imagine how you would dub Bakemonogatari, you know? I can't imagine it. Not because I think that a dub would be bad, but I just think translating it is really, really superbly difficult. You know what I'm saying? And there's some shows like that, but I'm going to be so honest. Most shows that people say that about aren't like that. Like when people are like, how could they dub Love Live? This dub is so shit. It's so cringe. And then I look over at the Japanese and it's like saying the same things and the same cringy things just in Japanese. I'm like, I see. You don't know any Japanese. You just think it's better because you don't know Japanese. Because let's be honest. If we're talking about idol shows specifically, and this is coming from me, I fucking love idols. I love the idol journey. I love idol things. I love idols so much. But there's no way you can say in English, and my dream is to be an idol. That sounds normal. And let's be honest, in Japanese, it probably doesn't sound normal either. But it's so much, if you're an English speaker, to hear it in English is so much more cringy than hearing it in Japanese and reading it, you know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm putting out there? Oh no, the chat started going faster. People are coming to fight. Or like there's a like the Love Live one that's going around that's like Shiki-chan nani ga suki? Like in Japanese that sounds cute, but if you translate that, it's just like person's name, what do you like? Which isn't bad, but like it's just kind of like, oh, that's like in English it's just like not as cute as like versus nani ga suki? I'm like, I don't know what nani ga suki. I mean, I do, but like in the context of most people, they probably don't really know. Like, they might know nani and ski, right? But like, you don't really like. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. Because even then, if you know nani and ski, it just means like what like. Shiki, what like. Nerissa, nani ga suki? Nerissa, yes, what like? Lisa-chan, nani ga suki? It's so cute though. But that's the thing. It's like some things just like when you try to translate them over, it's just going to sound a little funny because it's just funny. Well, also Japanese is fundamentally differently built that you can skip a lot of stuff. Like even if, because you in English you'd say, Nerissa, what do you like? As to where, and like you have the what, and then you reiterate the you, even though you already said my name. Like you couldn't say, what do like? But effectively, you know, that's what the Japanese is kind of saying directly, you know? Shiki-chan, what do like? So, it takes work. It takes work to translate stuff like that into something that maintains the same fun that the Japanese version had, you know? For a listener. And it's also hard because you're always going to be compared in that sort of situation to someone or to the Japanese. But the funny thing is the people who are comparing it are people who 90% of the time don't speak much to any Japanese, if any at all. You know? So it's a complicated job, and it's a thankless job, because most of the time, you just get hated on. Sorta related, but imagine ancient Romans learning how we scientifically named animals. What do you call this animal? Small pointy beak bird. Oh. Look, but it's funny that way. It's funny that way. And look, by the way, I'm not trying to convince any of you to like dubs. If you don't like dubs, that's fine. But it's one thing to not like something, and it's one thing to be mean about it. You know? I like good dubs too. I feel like there are some really amazing dubs out there. Like, we can all agree this one's an oldie, but it's always good. Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop. Legendary dub. So amazing. I've seen all of Cowboy Bebop, but I haven't found a way to watch the movie yet. So I haven't seen it, but I want to. And I got so excited because on the plane, there was a freaking movie, and I was so excited. There was no subtitles. And so I watched, I think, about 30 minutes of it, but my Japanese isn't good enough that I could kind of piece together what was happening. But I just got to a point where I was like, it's too far gone. Lucky Star's dub was peak. Let's be honest. Lucky Star and How to Hate, a lot of stuff that just came out from that like time period was obscenely good and had obscenely good dubs. I think that like 90s to 2000s and just a little bit into the 2010s, I feel like those were the best, in my opinion, like dubbing years. Slayers. I know I mentioned this before, but Slayers is literally the dub that made me want to do voice acting. Lisa Ortiz, the voice actress for Lena Inverse, who was my favorite anime character for a long time, which is so inspiring. Her voice is so good. The dub was so good. And I'm like, oh my god, she's amazing. I want to do that too. Lisa Ortiz, if you see this, I love you. Crispin Freeman was also in that. He was Zelgadis. I wonder if that's how his name is actually supposed to be said, because that's how I remember it, but I feel like I looked at the spelling and I was like, what the hell? And I was like, is that really said as Zelgadis? But I'm just gonna keep saying it like that. That's how it's said now. I have decided. I like Slayer's try. I like the Slayer's openings. Give a reason for life to get day. Bow 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 ba 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 ba. It's good. Do you like the Naruto dub? Yes, I do. I watched the dub growing up, and then I watched the sub, and I think both the sub and the dub are amazing. I think they're wonderful. They're amazing. I love them. Believe it! SAO dub, I didn't watch SAO and dub. I watched it when it came out, but I don't dislike SAO. I liked it, but I think the first season was enough for me. That like when the second season came out, I kind of watched it, but I was like, oh, you know, and then there was more that came out and I was like, oh, I don't know. I was just kind of done with Kirito after a bit. Like I really liked the first season, and if it was just the first season, I would have been like perfectly happy. But yeah, I think there was just a bit too much of it for me. But I still liked it. I really like Asuna. I think it's been a long time since I've seen SAO. I don't remember if her name's Asuka or Asuna, but I'm pretty positive it's Asuna. How about I've never seen the abridged. I don't know about that. Do you love Danganronpa? I do. This was a long time ago, but I actually used to cosplay as Kyoko Kirigiri. You know. I really liked Danganronpa, and I really liked season 2 of Danganronpa. I'm actually talking about the games. I don't remember what the second game was called, but I really enjoyed it. I was like, wait a minute. This is peak? This is peak? I guess, like, because it's kind of like a... I don't know what the genre would be called. But it was kind of at the time where a lot of stuff like that was coming out. Where it was kind of, like, a little darker. But, like, they were all, like... I felt like a lot of them were trying to be kind of like Mirai Nikki clones at the time. I don't remember if Danganronpa came out before or after, but I feel like at the time, for some reason, I was really, like, getting a bit, like, exhausted. That it's, like, Mirai Nikki and stuff like that. I really, like, enjoyed. But then, like, there was a lot of other things that were similar, and I was just like, please, you can't follow up Peak with Peak, like, because the thing you're making isn't Peak, you know? But then I saw Danganronpa 2, and I, like, immediately was like, holy shit, this game is incredible. Like, because I wasn't expecting any of it. I'm not a good investigator. I'll be honest, I'm not a good investigator. Darling in the Franxx, I really liked that anime, and I really wanted to like it more than I did. But Darling in the Franxx, I felt like fumbled at the end. I felt like it had a really good setup, and I was really into it, but there came a point where I was just like, oh, it's like Game of Thrones, you know, where like it starts out so good and you're so invested, you're locked in, okay? But then suddenly you still watch it to the end, but then you're just like, oh, okay, I guess. This wasn't what I was really expecting, but I guess if that's how it's gonna end. There was another one. I don't remember what it was though. But yeah, Mirai Nikki, Danganronpa. I was obsessed with Yuno Gasai for a long time. Which isn't really a good thing. It's nothing to boast about. Yeah, I was obsessed with like the queen of Yandere. I love her. Yuki aishitaru. Kakkoi yo. 大丈夫だよ。何でもするよ。School Days. School Days is one of the animes of all time. 悲しみの向こうへとドドドゥドゥドゥドゥドゥドゥ Yeah, Kotonoha did nothing wrong. I'm gonna be honest. I've always loved Kotonoha. I've always thought that Kotonoha is the best girl in that, and that she's way too good for that anime. Makoto, the main in School Days, deserves to die. I hate him. He's horrible. He's horrible. And I know that they made him that way on purpose. Because they wanted it to be messy. And you know what? I thank them for that. For how messy they made School Days, I thank them. But I hate Makoto. The family tree. Don't bring up the family tree. Oh my god. Every time I think about it, it hurts me. It hurts me. He's an awful MC. He is. Say Kotonoha 10 more times. No. But yeah, Kotonoha deserved better. Sekai, I couldn't help but hate her. It's not that I wanted to hate her. You know, like I didn't want to hate Sekai. To be completely fair to her. I wanted to like her. But like she just wasn't a very good person at any point in the story. She pissed me off, man. Because, don't get me wrong, I understand you know, you can't really help who you love. And, like, I get that. But, she was a bad friend. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Talk to each other. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm back. You like the bag ASMR? Food is acquired, indeed. I don't think they gave me it. There it is. We have our Borgor. You guys voted on this, so I was actually going to leave and enjoy it by myself, but since we made this decision together, the eating part of the stream will commence. So I have a burger. I have got some fries. The burger is the best burger I have found so far in Japan. I'm eating a French fry first. Can I get a bite? Sure. All yours. Dig in. You can have some of the fries. I'll share the burger with you. I'll leave the music on. Oh. I knew this would happen. There's ketchup dripping from the burger, and it got on me. One sec. Ugh. One moment. Let me clean you up. It got on my creamy white thighs, so if you were cleaning it up, it might be a little too close and personal. Here, give me one sec. I'm gonna go change into clothes that I don't mind if they get dirty. One moment. Okay, hello. Why'd I freeze? Because I was changing. Just in case this food ends up being messy. So if I make a mess, it's not a problem. Well, welcome back. Why the hesitation to welcome me back? Ah. So, as I was saying, the most delicious burger I've found so far in Japan is unironically Burger King. Burger King has something called the Ugly Burger. And I don't think it's ugly. It looks delicious. And unsurprisingly, it tastes delicious too. I think that's the point of it. It's kind of like a don't judge a book by its cover. But like the only reason it's ugly is because it's got like cheese melted on the top of the bun. But to me, I'm like, cheesy top bun. Okay. I like Burger King in the States. So it's not like it's like a, oh, I hate Burger King in the States, but here it's good. I like Burger King in the States, but if I go to Burger King in the States, then usually, instead I would go to Burger King to get the chicken fries. The chicken fries are my favorite. I love chicken fries. I never get a burger at Burger King because I just want the damn chicken fries. I tried the Impossible Whopper once. Honestly, it wasn't bad. Nice mouth sounds. Thank you. I'm sorry. I just love to eat on stream too much. I just love to eat too much. Eating is one of my... Don't we all love to eat? We all have to eat to live. So I presume everybody loves eating. I'll eat a vegetable later, but for now. Yeah. Burger's good. She eats vegetables. Have you ever seen a hot pot stream? That's like most all vegetables. In my hot pot, I always put the same thing every time. I put basically a whole fat green onion. Then I put chrysanthemum greens, bok choy, bean sprouts, enoki mushroom. And then sometimes I'll put pumpkin in it too. I forget what Japanese pumpkin is called in Japanese. I'm so sorry. And then I'll put meat on top. A little bit of meat. Yeah, kabocha. Thank you. Kabocha. I'm so glad all of you can remember. Yeah. Eat closer to the mic. I can't get much closer than I am, but I'll try. Here. Mike eating stream. Oh, the Rizzery. Everybody wants to be my skibbity. I love to eat. I gotta say, I don't want a skibbity. Me neither. One sec. I need to ask something. I violated the law. I don't think so. Stop right there. Stop. You cannot arrest me for my crimes. You cannot. You cannot. Surprised she's still going. I'm surprised I'm still going. It's fine. I love lettuce and burgers. A little bit of lettuce. A little bit of tomato. I love Borg War. Do you love Borg War too? Roblox stream win. You don't want that. You don't want that. Play with Gigi. Do we even have Roblox perms? I think the issue is there's also so much stolen stuff on Roblox. Like, I feel like it's difficult to get perms for anything on that because, there's a lot of skins. I went and I looked and there's a lot of Nerissa Ravencroft, skins. Well, last I checked. I don't think Roblox has any sort of agreement with us that they can sell something like that. You know? But they are. They're selling it for money, so. But it's not just our company. It's pretty much everything. And that's because some of it, I think, is just like fan submitted. Yeah, exactly. No copyright infringement intended. Admin will delete if not allowed. Exactly. But that's the thing, is it's like, I don't personally care about it, right? But it makes getting permissions difficult because there's a lot of IP on there that they don't technically have permission for. So technically, then it's all like mod, so it means that we would have to go through and check everything, you know? It's impossible. Yeah, it's mostly user-generated content. Yeah, so we'd have to not only get permission for Roblox, but then go into Roblox and get permission from whoever created the certain area that we want to play. And then not only that, but then we would have to go and find the creators and make sure they actually own the content that they release for different skins. But then the issue is, if we don't have a private world, there's a potential that someone could pop in that has something that we don't have permission to show. And then, yeah. It's pain. Permissions pain. Roadblocks. Look, I just want to play Club Penguin rewritten. That the like re-release of like the Club Penguin I played, you know? But it's fan released. But I used to love going into Club Penguin and like going to the pizza shop and like you I think everyone did this, where you just sit at like a random table, and then when someone else comes and sit down, you're like, oh, thanks for coming to our date, I was waiting for you. And then you just like role play, or like you just be like, so what are we? And then when I would get angry, I'd be like, I've had enough of this, and then I would just go and start making pizzas. That was my childhood. You were Neopets? Look, I played everything. I played RuneScape. I played Adventure Quest. I played Club Penguin. What was the other one? Someone named something else too that I also played, but now it's... Oh, Neopets. I played Neopets and I played Webkins. Wizard 101? I missed that one. Moshi Monsters? I'm not sure what that one is. Pop Tropica? No. I haven't played that one. Gaia Online? I think I was on Gaia, but I don't know how much I actually like used Gaia myself versus just like scrolled around Gaia Online. Farmville? I did play Farmville. Cool Math Games. I don't remember if it was on Cool Math Games, but there was this cool game that wasn't a cool math game, but I'm pretty sure it was on Cool Math Games or one of those like type websites. Except it was like you were this blob and you were trying to cheat on a test. And you had to like go and you were like beating up the nerd or whatever. And you're like, I'm going to cheat off of you. So then during the actual test, you had to go and like the teacher would have like the little like area. So you had to like stay out of it. And then you would have to like go and like, you know, the classroom one. And then something would happen and then you'd have to sneak in after and like change the answers. I love that game. I don't know why. I think it was challenging for me at the time. There was also the buddy game where there's like this, he's gray and circular and kind of bouncy. And yeah, interactive buddy. I feel bad for the interactive buddy. Oh my god, Cartoon Network games. I have this vivid memory of Cartoon Network's page that they had for Teen Titans. And I can't find any, like, it's like lost media. I can't find it anymore. But they had like, I remember they had like a different place where you could like, it wasn't like a diary. Again, I don't remember exactly what it was like. But you could go through and you could kind of like look at different information about the Teen Titans. And I just remember, like, I think she was on a picnic bench, but there was something about, like, Starfire drinking mustard. And this was just, like, I was just like, oh, my God. This is so great. And then, like, they got rid of it at some point. Mustard? You play the Samurai Jack? You know what game I actually really enjoyed? It was a Dexter's Laboratory game where you had to like find the robot and he was like hiding in your house and you had to like find him. I really liked that game. This is also gonna sound so dumb, but there's also this wasn't on Cartoon Network, but there was the Barbie online games, and there was one where you were like a babysitter. So you'd have to like go to the store, you'd have to grocery shop, you'd have to like feed the baby, you'd have to give the baby a bath and like stuff like that. And I really liked that game. A lot of those like old like Barbie games were so much fun. They're so much fun to me. I don't know why. I wish I could find them again. I'd like to play them again. But yeah. But yeah. Anyway. Back to eating my burger. Let's babysit baby Chrissy. Exactly. I'm sure you're correct, and that was a one. The Runaway Robot game. Yeah. Can be found on Donda. I might need to look. There was also I forget what it was called. I think I've talked about it before, but there was there was a hotel game on Cartoon Network where like all of the cartoon characters came together, and you were like trying to do something. I don't remember. I found it again sometime recently, but like it was like unplayable. So, oh, that's Habbo Hotel or the Summer Vacation, Fusion Fall, maybe. It was like 2D. It was like a 2D little game. Summer Resort. That sounds familiar. 'Cause yeah, you're in like a. I'm pretty sure it's. Wait, let me look it up. Cartoon. Oops. Network. Sorry, it's difficult to type right now because of how my setup is. Summer Resort. Is that correct? Yes. 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 Summer Resort. Episode 1. Pool problems. That's the one I always played. It was pool problems. I just loved it. Do you ever play adult? I don't think I ever played Adult Swim games. I didn't know Adult Swim had games for their shows. Do they? Did they? Do they still? Was Samurai Jack on Adult Swim? I don't think it was originally. Visa, I heard you like MLP. Is that true? Yes, I love MLP. I unironically grew up with all of the 80s MLP, like the TV shows. I still completely remember a few episodes. I think I've definitely talked about this before, but one of my favorite episodes of My Little Pony, they had this, I feel like it was clearly inspired by Legend of Zelda. It was like there was like a castle in the sky, and there was a sleeping princess inside of it. And there was this guy who's a gnome, and so he can kind of like manipulate Earth, and he's like, "Oh, please, ponies, because you can fly, I need you to bring me into the sky so I can save my true love." And my favorite pony was there, who was Heartthrob. She's my favorite Gen 1 pony. It's Heartthrob. If you look her up, she's super cute. She talks like this, and she has a British accent. So, "Oh, will you tell me about your true love?" You know, just kind of like that. She has this very weird accent that I can't imitate. Because it's like, it's British, but I also feel like it's not British, you know? So anyway, so I loved her very much. And she's my favorite pony. But then I didn't really get into any of the other generations until the one that we all know, Gen 4, came out. You know, ah, my little pony, I used to wonder what friendship could be, till you all shared its magic with me. We could dance a tons of fun, a beautiful heart, faithful and strong. Sharing kindness is an easy feat, and magic makes it all complete to have my little pony. Don't you know you're all my very best friend? That one. It's insane, okay? My Little Pony Gen 4 is insanely good because of the fact that it is based on Gen 1 so heavily. So you can probably, sorry, this is cursed. I would love to do a video on this if I could, but I know I can't because you know, showing like pictures I find online is kind of like not something I'm able to do, which really sucks as a content creator. But Lauren Faust is a person who originally put a lot of the love and effort into creating Friendship is Magic, My Little Pony, right? So the thing with Friendship is Magic, what it has that other generations don't have. So Applejack is the only pony from the original Gen 1 that they still have the copyright to. The people who make My Little Pony, so Hasbro, I believe. Every other pony that they originally had does not exist anymore. The IP, the copyright is gone. I don't know who has it. Clearly whoever has it isn't making My Little Pony like things. But it doesn't matter. The only pony that they still have the copyright to is Applejack. So in other generations, they would try to kind of create other ponies, but they had already had so many. Let me see if I can find them so I can tell you a little bit. So you've probably seen, I'm going to send you a picture. I'm going to attempt to send you a picture. I'm going to send you 2 pictures. Okay. So here's the first picture. I'm going to pin it. So I'm going to need you to, I'm going to pin it. I'm going to need you guys to open it and look at this. So you might be like, who the hell are these ponies? They look like the My Little Ponies, but there's something wrong with them. They're not quite right. Something is very off with them. I don't understand them. Which is fine. So again, we have, here I'm going to send, so hopefully you've all opened up that link. Okay, I'm going to send another link that's going to explain things, and then I will explain to you further, okay? So I'm going to need you to chill. I'm going to need you to chill out. So open that first link. I'm posting the other link, and I'm going to pin the new one. I am replacing the pinned message. Okay, now open up the second link that I just pinned. Okay, open up the second link. So the first one you see, this is Lauren Faust's style, and I don't remember if this is actually her art or someone else made this, but these are the original designs that she had released of the ponies. So she had a deviant art where she released all of the original designs, and this is what they were supposed to look like. Now the second link will show you what all of them are based on. So you have the Gen 1 toy line ponies who are also in the show, and as you can see, the only one who actually kind of made it all the way to the end is Applejack. You can see Gen 3, who they took influences from because they couldn't use a Gen 1. Like, you can see Rainbow Dash, which was originally going to be Firefly, but because they couldn't actually use Firefly because they don't have the copyright anymore, what she did is she took the Gen 3 pony Rainbow Dash and just took the color scheme and name and put it on the Firefly character and changed some information up, right? So for example, the cutie mark, Rainbow Dash, has like a rainbow, and she's an earth pony, but instead she was turned into a flying pony, and they changed it to a rainbow bolt, you know? And then they worked it into the lore. How do we make this work? Fluttershy was based off of Posy, who we see is this very nurturing looking earth pony, which would have been perfect for her, but because of the fact that she couldn't be so close to the original Posy, but she still wanted to keep a lot of elements, she had to not only change the cutie mark, but she gave her wings too, and you could see she was kind of based probably a little bit on the G3 one, right? Another interesting one is Surprise, who ends up becoming Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie is a G3 pony that exists, but the personality and stuff and design comes from Surprise. And then they just put the Pinkie Pie coloring and turned her into an Earth pony instead of having her be a Pegasus like she originally was. You can see with Rarity too. Rarity is an interesting case because her inspiration was Sparkler. However, her final personality also ended up coming from Heartthrob. So I thought that it was interesting that growing up, my favorite was always Heartthrob, and then when this new generation came out, I immediately felt this connection to Rarity, and I never could quite put my finger on it because I didn't recognize Rarity, honestly, and then it kind of made sense because when I actually read into it, it was like, well, she's kind of a mismatch of not only Sparkler, but also of Heartthrob. And I was like, this makes so much sense. And then there's Twilight, who you can see is also colored differently. And then, yeah. And she's based off of Twilight, the Gen 1 pony, and then just renamed to Twilight Sparkle from the G3 ponies. But that's what makes a lot of them so special, I think, is because Lauren Faust was an actual fan of My Little Pony since the beginning. So when it came that she had the opportunity to actually adapt My Little Pony herself and create like a new generation instead of just like going with like these kind of more newly created ponies, she still used them so that she could make them into something kind of like that's still with the current brand, but she put them back with the personalities and correlated them all to Gen 1 ponies. And keep in mind, it's not like any of these Gen 1 ponies were even necessarily like important per se. It's not like they were like the original main characters. There was so many Gen 1 ponies, even in the TV show, that like you would have them like, and like they would come back, but it's like, for example, I don't ever remember seeing Twilight or Posey in any of the Gen 1 episodes I watched, or Firefly. And like even Applejack I remember, but that's because she's in the doo-be-doo-doo-doo-be-doo. Call upon the sea ponies when you're in distress. Do-do-do. Careful as can be, ponies. Simply sing your SOS. That one. She's in that. She's one of the people in the bubble. So I remember that. But yeah, anyway. Sorry guys. I'm a little bit of a brony. I don't know if you knew, but I'm a little bit of a brony. I love My Little Pony. I love My Little Ponies. I love ponies so much. Wait, second link, no work? Why not? Well, I don't know how to help you. Here, let me see if I can like... I'll try a different link. The second link didn't work. Give me 1 sec. I'm trying to take a... I'll take a picture of it and send you the picture in a link. Wait, I don't know how to help you. I'll link you the page that I got it from, but then you're gonna have to scroll down to find it, okay? I'm gonna link you this website. We crashed the site. Oh. Okay, wait, I'm gonna link it. I'm gonna pin the message, and then you're just gonna scroll down and look at it. Does that one work? Yeah. Anyway. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. Not my MLP rants. Oh no. Yeah, I love My Little Pony. It's so fun. It's so fun. It's so cute. It's just happy. I feel like that show really had something so special to it that made it special, you know? It just had something that made it really special, you know what I'm saying? What's your favorite song? That's really hard. If we're talking rarity songs, Art of the Dress is her best song in my opinion still. If we're talking actual songs from the show, it's really difficult because there's actually a lot of really good ones, especially... Oh wait, no. You know what? As much as I'm actually not a big Pinkie Pie fan, I really love her. 'Cause I love to make you smile, smile, smile. Yes, I do. It fills my heart with sunshine all the while. All I really need's a smile, smile, smile. Yeah, it fills me up with cheer. It's true, some days are dark and lonely. And maybe you feel sad, but Pinkie will be there to show you that it isn't that bad. There's one thing that makes me happy. It makes my whole life worthwhile. And that's when I talk to my friends and get them to smile. And I'm like, ah! Sorry, also, I'm not warmed up, so I sound like shit. But it's, I don't know, there's something about it that has the gravitas. Because I feel like sometimes all the songs in MLP are pretty good. But I feel like sometimes they miss a little something something if it's like one of the individual songs for just one of the ponies, you know? But I feel like that one, they actually went and they made it like kind of like a group song, because the whole point is like Pinkie brings a lot of happiness to other people and really goes out of her way to make other people happy. So, of course, in Smile, in her song Smile, everyone joins in her chorus and is singing with her and is really happy because they love Pinky. And I think it's really cute. This Day aria is great. I really like What My Cutie Mark Is Telling Me. I really like A True True Friend. A True True Friend makes me emotional, though. It's like, a true true friend helps a friend in need. A friend will be there to help them see. A true true friend helps a friend in need to see the light that shines from a true true friend. No, not enough breath. It's just cute. It's cute. Ah! I love it so much. I love My Little Pony. There was also one where Pinky gives out invitations and she's like singing. It's like a singing invitation. Oh my god, what about At the Gala? Do you guys remember? There was a parody made of At the Gala called The Convention, The Convention, The Convention. I will sell them all my pricey handmade wares. I will show them my new cosplay that I slaved on week by week. That was my favorite. Yeah. It's What about Bad Seed? Bad seed, what you gonna do? Do 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 do. That one was good too. It's hard. There's so much good MLP music. Like they were on the sauce. They had something special and they knew it. The team working on that shit went fucking insane. Yeah, the Kieran song. I was literally like, what the hell is this? Why is this so good for this random character we're never gonna see again after this episode? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Raise this barn, 1, 2, 3, 4. Together we will raise this barn, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, up, up. Something else. Na 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 na. By the right now, grab a new partner. Here we go. I love Applejack. I love My Little Pony. Yeah. Winter wrap-up. It's so hard for me because I know a lot of people really love winter wrap-up. So I always feel really bad. Because I like it. But I've never gone out of my way to listen to it outside of the context of it. Like, I know it's like, winter wrap-up, da 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 da, winter wrap-up, winter wrap-up. Cause tomorrow spring is here. But I know people really love winter wrap-up. I'm not talking bad about winter wrap-up. Oh my god. Don't even get me into fucking Equestria Girls, okay? Equestria Girls is insane. Because they had the episodes with the sirens, okay? And here's the thing. Kasumi Evans voiced Rarity. However, she only voiced her singing voice. There was a different actress. She was the same one who also played Luna, who was Rarity's talking voice. But Kasumi Evans, she really just sounds like Rarity, but only like singing, right? But so then, yeah, Tabitha Saint Germain, thank you. Then they introduced the characters, the Dazzlings, and the main Dazzling, who's kind of evil, is voiced fully by Kasumi Evans. So not only the singing is done by her, but also the speaking. And it's great because I'm literally like, she makes me feel crazy because it's like evil Rarity. Because she sounds like Rarity. She sounds like Rarity. I know she's not Rarity, but she sounds like Rarity to me. And so it's like I get double Rarity singing. Because Rarity sings when she's in her regular group, and then she's the main of the group. But their best song is the one where they're all singing together, and they're like, ha, 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 Welcome to the show. I'm here to let you know our time is now, your time is running out. Ha 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 ha. Like, it's just really good. It's really good. Obviously, it's like a trio, so there's like 3 different harmonies going at once, and sadly, I don't have 3 sets of vocal cords to sing 3 different harmony parts for you. I'm sorry. We will be adored. Tell us that you want us. We won't be ignored. It's time for our reward. Now you need us. Come and heed us. Nothing can stop us now. Oh, oh, oh. I've got that music in me. It's so good because it's like both of them. It's a battle of the bands, you know? So it's like you have them singing, and then you have the like main ponies coming in, and honestly, their song until Starlight Sunset Shimmer starts singing is like not better. Don't need to hear a crowd cheering out my name. I didn't come here seeking infamy or fame. The one and only thing that I am here to bring is music. It's the music, yeah, the music in my soul. Gotta break out, yeah, set myself free, yeah. Let it all go, yeah. Find the music in your heart. Let music make you start to set yourself apart. So the Rain Booms want to have a real battle of the bands. It's just good. I'm sorry. I can't stop. I need to stop. I just keep thinking about it. I just keep thinking about it. Sorry, I just got a message. Okay. Sorry. Something unexpected is happening. Nothing bad though. Only something good, but my plans for the day are changing. But yeah, so that whole song, and then like the whole thing is like they're not strong enough because all of the main 6 are participating, and they've got the and they're doing fine. But then they still get overpowered by Adagio and her crew, you know? And then they get blown down and the microphone falls, and the only one there is Sunset Shimmer, who wasn't participating because she never felt like she was a part of the group. She never felt like she was good enough because in the very first one, she was the villain. And even though she was kind of like low-key redeemed now, no one really trusted her, and so she felt unwanted. But so everyone falls. They need her, and they say that we need you, Sunset Shimmer. And so she picks up the mic, and she starts singing, and she's like, you're never gonna bring me down. You're never gonna break this part of me. My friends are here to bring me around. Not singing just for popularity. We're here to let you know that we won't let it go. Our music is a bomb and it's about to blow. And we will try to fight, but we have got the light of friendship on our side. I'm sorry. I love My Little Pony so much. It's so, I don't know. There's something that, regarding the lyrics, it's partially because it's not meant to be like cool. It's not meant to be like, it's not meant to be deep in a like, you have to really think about it way, but it's still very feeling, I guess, is the best way I can maybe put it. There's still a lot of like, deep emotions in it, but it's like more stuff that like kids would be able to relate for, like friendship, desire to be seen, desire to be liked, desire to make people happy, you know, like a lot of the songs I feel like have those themes to it because it's for kids, that it's got very good values, that instead of being like, today I sat in my room, it was dark, you know, like some music today is. Which I'm not saying that's bad, by the way, but there's such an earnestness about like the music in My Little Pony because of the fact that it's for kids. but they also knew that they had an adult audience who really liked what they were putting out. So unlike some kid shows nowadays, which I feel like I'm even like, I can't watch this. This is like sadly pure garbage. Like, what is this? There's just a lot. There's a lot to love, is all I'm saying. There's a lot to love in My Little Pony. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. I will admit, I didn't finish My Little Pony because there was a point where I did feel like it's dragging on a little too long. But I would like to actually go back and watch all of it at some point. Because I want to. But especially, like, the first few seasons are really fucking good. Watch along? I don't think we could watch along all of My Little Pony because of the watch along rules. I think we'd be able to watch, like, the issue is it's similar to, like, one of the reasons it's hard for me to lock into the second season of Higurashi is technically, it's a new season. So, but we have to finish it in 2 streams. You know, we have to finish it in 2 streams. And I'm just like, do I really want to sit down and watch 13 to 14 episodes of an anime right now? So we finished the first one and we managed to do it in 2 streams, but we've got to finish it in 2 streams. So this is a later topic, but now that I'm done squeeing about My Little Pony, someone had asked if I liked Rings of Power, and we talked about this before a long time ago, but I did watch the first season. And I won't sit there and be like, it's amazing. I loved it so much. It was so good. It was fine. I watched it, and did I think it compared to the movies or even the books? No. Like, now that I've read the books and seen the movies, they just got that special sauce. Could I watch Rings of Power and still be like, this is an okay watch? Yes. However, I think what I noticed is I didn't feel the need. There was no excitement to watch season 2. So I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, but I didn't feel the need. Like, at first I was like, oh yeah, like, I guess I'll watch season 2 at the end, but then I just didn't have any drive to. You know what I'm saying? Season 2 is actually better. Really? I might still give it a watch. I do still want to watch it at some point, but my point was, as someone just put here, I didn't feel hungry to watch it, you know? Like, sometimes you watch something and you're like, especially if you haven't seen it before, you might get, like, really excited, I guess, is maybe the best way to put it. But I didn't really have the excitement to watch season 2. There was one girl and she was really hot, but she had iPhone face and it took me out of the experience. You know what I'm saying? I know Kiara likes it. And we talked about it together too. Where I do think it got more hate than it deserved. Do I think it was absolute cinema? No. Do I think it was so amazing that, like, it was incredible? No. But do I think it was objectively really, really bad? No. It was just fine. I don't really remember it much now at this point. I don't really remember it as much as when I was watching it. I would need to watch it again. But generally, that's the thing, is it's just fine. And I think one of the reasons people are so upset by that is because when I watch the movies, even when I watch the Hobbit movies, which a lot of people like hate, I don't really come out of the experience saying this was just fine. I come out saying, like, oh my god, I really loved that. There's a lot of things that I really loved. I want to watch them again, right? My issue with the Hobbit movies is that they drag on too long, right? I think we can all agree they drag on. But they're not bad. I saw what they were going for. Oh, also, Anthony Edward, thank you for the Akasupa and happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. If anyone else has a birthday, happy birthday to you as well. As that is Anthony Edwards' birthday wish. Anyway, going back. The Lord of the Rings trilogy books. I read them for the first time, and I say read, but I listened to an audiobook. And I know some people are like, oh, that's not the same thing. I don't care. Shut up. I have really bad dyslexia, and it makes me have really bad headaches, and sometimes my reading comprehension struggles because I will just literally read words wrong. So reading for me takes twice as long versus if I just listen to an audiobook, and then it's just easier for me. And another thing is, when I listen to audiobooks, I know some people when they listen to things are like doing other things. I was like locked into the audiobook. Like I was sitting with nothing on my computer screen, just the audiobook going. Sometimes I would pull up pictures, like illustrations from Lord of the Rings. Like if I was in a certain place, I might pull up the illustrations. But generally I was sitting back with my eyes closed, just listening to and processing and trying to imagine the things that were happening in the audiobook. So leave me alone. As far as I'm concerned, I read it. I read it, okay? You can't say I didn't read the book, because I'm not just going to say, oh yes, when I listened to the books. Because that's not how you talk about a book anyway. It counts. So anyway, so I've not only read the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, but I've also, of course, watched the movies. And it's just so good. Like, both of them individually stand really like strong. Like the books are incredible, but the movies are incredible, but in a different way, you know? So anyways, my point is it's really fucking good. I haven't read The Hobbit yet. I think I originally took a break because I think Kiara mentioned wanting to maybe like do a book club, but it hasn't happened yet. So I think I'm just going to read it because I really wanted to read The Hobbit too, and it's been quite a while. So I imagine that's not in the plans anymore. But so I'm gonna read that next time I read a book. It's going to be The Hobbit, because it's a short read. Will you push her about that? Admittedly, I don't want it to be attached to like stream content anyway, personally, because book club I think is fun, but I think especially like so many of us have such different schedules that I feel like, yeah, I might have time to read through the whole Hobbit in like a week, but like, or like over the course of like 3, 4, 5 weeks, however many chapters a Hobbit has, you know, if we do one chapter a week, I think I would have time definitely to listen to that. But there might be some girls who would be like interested in doing it, but might be like, oh, sorry, can we delay it a week? And then I'd be like, well, I don't want to listen to it. So I have to keep re-listening to the same chapter because I don't want to come and then be like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, you know, like there's a lot of potential for things to not work out is what I'm saying, basically. Or for things to be delayed, or like maybe it won't eventually be finished. So for me personally, I'd rather read it alone in the first place. Or like with you guys, you know? Like I think if it was just us doing something like that, I think that'd be fine. Scheduling conflicts with collabs, surely you jest. But yeah, maybe... But here's the thing. I binge, so... We're gonna have to watch it all together. We're gonna have to, like... I'm gonna be like, you guys are gonna have to listen to chapter 1 through 5. And then we'll talk about it. Yeah. Yeah. One sec. I need to finish my damn fries. What's 3 and 4, Risa? Shut up. Leave me alone. But yeah. Anyways, my point was that I feel like all of the Lord of the Rings stuff that was originally created, they're just really fucking good. You know, like even the Hobbit movies that people complain about are really good. Like, I still think they're better than a lot of other movies, like, that I've seen. Like, again, the Hobbit movies, I don't think they're like, I wouldn't sit there and say that they're the same experience of amazing as the original Lord of the Rings. Like, so if you compare them to them, they're not as good, but I still don't think they're bad by any stretch of the imagination. Noni said there's a fan-made Lord of the Rings audiobook of the trilogy with the score from the movies and voice acted by actors. Yeah, that is amazing. Wow, that sounds really cool. Wow, that sounds like something I'd really enjoy. Yeah. Fine, keep your secrets. I still to this day, one of my favorite things that every time it comes up and I pass by it, I have to stop and watch in full is the interview with Elijah Wood, where he's being interviewed by the actor for Mary. Or is it the actor for Pippin? One of the actors for one of those boys. I mix them up. He has a, do you wear wigs? Have you worn wigs? Will you wear wigs? And Elijah Wood is just like, obviously this is pulled from like a longer interview. That was just silly as hell. Silly fucking interview. Nothing of importance is being asked. If anything, he's low-key kind of being like harassed in a way that he's just like clearly confused because he's like, what sort of interview is this? What the hell is this? And when will you wear wigs? Only for obviously, like, he's just like laughing out loud at this point because he's like, there's no way. And of course he was correct. But yeah, he's great. He's great. When will you wear wigs? Out of all the books you've read, what one would you want to live in? It's ironic because we're talking about it right now, but this one, or the same one we're talking about, Lord of the Rings trilogy. I growing up, I was too cool to read, which meant I had dyslexia and reading was really hard for me. So I did read, but like for example, one thing I locked in and read all the way through and like read was the first Twilight book. And that book is long. Like, it's a long book, but I read the whole thing. Wait, you have dyslexia? Yeah, it's pretty bad. It makes sometimes it makes singing in Japanese kind of difficult because sometimes if the song is simple and slow enough, I can read the actual Japanese text. Or if I'm familiar enough with the song, because I'll be able to, like, I might know the kanji already, so I can just kind of do it. But sometimes the way that like romaji is written is like, for example, shita ga itai, shita ga itai. When you look at that word all together, it's really long in English. And in English, generally how we read, you've probably heard this before, is you could actually mess up and like jumble a ton of words in a single long word. But as long as the end letters remain the same, generally we can read it. Because when we read English, we don't really like process everything. We just kind of like look at it, you know? So the issue is when it's written in Romaji, which is the romanization of Japanese. Shita ga itai, yeah. It's really long. So it ends up all kind of blending, and since I'm not familiar with the word, I don't know what shitagaitai means. So when I try to read that, it's a word I've never heard before, and my dyslexia kicks my ass as well. But so I just look at it and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what this is. Yeah, honestly, it's way easier reading romaji, or not romaji, reading hiragana than it is reading romaji when it comes to actually interpreting it. Because I feel like it's, oddly enough, I feel like it's easier to not have my dyslexia affect me reading not English. Don't ask me to explain it. I can't. Like, obviously there's some characters that like fuck me up because they're like the same but flipped. But I'm just like, for the most part, I feel like generally it's not as difficult. On the note of The Hobbit, if you felt the film dragged on a bit, there's a fan at... Really? Yeah, I bet if you remove all the but I feel like sometimes I don't mind the extra fluff. Because it's world building. And I, like, for example, like the Tariel person that was added, like, I know she wasn't in the books, but I kind of liked it. Yeah. Oy. Oy. Sorry. Important. Since you love 80s MLP and its music, have you ever watched Gem and the Holograms? I haven't heard of it, actually. I don't know what that is. But thank you for the supa. Ugh. Anyway, sorry, I've been yapping for too long. Ugh. You haven't? I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But thank you all for coming. Again, this stream was as much for me as it was for you guys. I think we all generally have a similar view that the last few days have been hard, and at least I've said this previously, but it's kind of tough just sitting alone after and being on your own. You know what I'm saying? So I really wanted to just talk, not only to make myself feel better, but so that you guys might, if you were feeling down, if you just wanted kind of a distraction, that you might also feel pretty good. We're pretty close to 560,000 subscribers, which you know what that means? We're 10,000 subscribers away from 869. We're really close to 869,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button so we can hit our next 69 goal. I don't remember if we had any other goals in the 800,000s, but we're almost there. Reminder again that I have a cover that will start being teased tomorrow night, JST, tomorrow early morning. Tomorrow early morning or 2 days from now early morning? 2 days from now very early morning in the US time. So please look forward to it. Did you ask little bro yet? Oh yeah, I told him. Just so you guys know, I did tell my brother. He was like, you need to appear on my stream. And he was like, oh god. Okay, if that's what you really want, I'll do it. So, you will be seeing him at some point. I'll need to come up with something though. If you guys have any ideas, maybe I'll make a tweet at some point specifically asking you guys. Or maybe I'll make a post here on YouTube and ask you guys in like the community page if there's any ideas you have. So please do think about what you would like from him. He probably won't do a karaoke. He probably would be fine with a Q&A. So that might end up being what we do, but we'll see. But in the meantime, I'm going to go send you guys over to Fuamoko are both streaming. I can only raid one. I would raid both if I could, but they're streaming separately, and they're both streaming Minecraft. So I'm going to send you guys over there. Thank you guys again for coming and spending this time with me as well. I know I already said it a little bit, but even for me, this is really helpful in these times that are honestly really sad and stressful. So I just wanted you guys to know how much I appreciate you, and I hope you know that if you need a place, I'm here. I hope you guys are able to sleep well. I hope you guys are able to feel a little bit lighter. I know it's not possible to make all of the negative feelings go away, of course, but I hope you at least, if you go to sleep soon, it's not feeling as extremely sad as it would have been otherwise. So thank you for letting me be here for you. I love you guys, and I don't know if I'll be streaming. I think I'm trying to find out because I'm all thrown off. Shiori's birthday is coming up soon though. So please also be ready to celebrate Shiori's birthday with her. Look forward to it. Reminder as well, this month I'm not only releasing a cover that I've already been teasing, but I have some other cool stuff coming out this month. So at least for all of us jailbirds, it's going to be kind of an exciting month. So please look forward to it. Lots of fun stuff. And I've only announced one of the 3 things. So all throughout the month. So I'll keep doing my best, okay? If anything gets delayed, I'll let you know, but it should be fine. But thank you guys so much again for letting me be here with you and letting me be your idol. And I hope you all have a lovely night. I hope you all have fun with Fuamoko, and I will see all of you next time. So have a lovely night, and bye for now, darlings.